Hey everyone, Chris Bentley here. Welcome to the Social 333 podcast. My guest today is Vincent Garza. Vincent, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Everything's good. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background.
Do I look to a certain camera or do I talk to you? No. All right. So what's going on? I'm Vince G of Swole Nerd Productions. I do a little bit of everything from social media like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, creating content for everyone and anyone. Like I've worked with people like Snoop Dogg, Dana White. I've worked with Sony Music. I've basically anyone and everyone out there. I've done something with them at some point. Just a quick little rundown. I do a lot of podcasts. I do a lot of just social media content. I've done crazy YouTube stuff, but yeah, that's about it.
Tell me about some of the crazy YouTube stuff. I'm kind of interested.
Oh man, where do we start? So funny story was the shark hunting one. I have a client that he's done shark hunting. He's done gator hunting, just anything crazy like that. We'll start with the gator hunting. We're filming that one, and you know he's using a bow and arrow to kind of like hunt the sharks. Not sharks, the gators. I'm sorry.
In the middle of the night?
During the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So we drive down to Galveston. They have gators down there, surprisingly. So we go down to Galveston. We're driving around. He sees a big old gator. He shoots it with the bow and arrow, and it's still in the lake, and it starts pulling him into the lake. I'm holding my gimbal. You know what a gimbal is, right? Yeah. So I'm holding my gimbal, and I see him like getting drug into the lake, and it's like, do I drop this and go help you? Like it felt like I'm watching National Geographic right now. So it's like he eventually pulls it out. Then, you know, he does his thing. But yeah, that was that crazy story with him. Another one is when we went shark hunting and it was the middle of hurricane season. So, you know, we're on a tiny little boat, maybe like 16 foot or something like that. I'm using my gimbal. I'm using the Blackmagics, and you know how expensive this stuff is. Yeah. And we get hit with a big wave, and I almost just chunked my whole camera gear off the boat because of that. But backing up a little bit, that's when I first discovered that I get seasick apparently. So, you know, the boat's being rocked everywhere, and I'm laying down. It's like, okay, just let me know when it's time for me to come up and like
shoot.
Yeah, to shoot some stuff. But yeah.
What was he shooting? What was he hunting? Like a shark, like a mako shark, a white shark? I mean, what was he doing?
Whatever was available in Galveston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just hunting. Okay, cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about like some Dana White, like you shoot for Dana as well.
I've shot one thing with Dana so far.
Okay.
We went to Miami. He was hosting the UFC event in Miami. I was flown out to film Scott Melker, who's a crypto guy. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's real big on Twitter.
Nice.
So we were flown out to go film that. And one of the people he was interviewing was Dana White. And another person he was interviewing was Kamaru Usman, who was a former UFC champ.
Mm-hmm.
So we just filmed over there, both of them. With Dana, we were on an island. Are you familiar with Picnic Island?
No.
So it's a little island off of Miami, and how do you say it? We rode out there on a boat, whatever.
Right.
We go there to the island, no electricity, no nothing, and I have like all these cameras too, and I'm using the ATEM to set it all up, so everything's battery powered. Yeah, so we get all that set up. I'll show you a picture later.
Nice.
We get all that set up. He comes out. He's with 4Ocean, which is their mission is to go around and pick up trash. Mm. So he partnered with them, who partnered with VeChain, which is you get paid to pick up trash in crypto. So he's like, I don't know the exact intricacies of it, but he's partnered up with everyone on this. And that's what we went to go film with him, the podcast of him partnering with them.
So you pick up trash for crypto.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Talk a little bit about some of the stuff like you shoot. I know like you have a lot of celebrities on your roll, but like what do you shoot in terms of like music videos? Like I have a friend of mine that does music videos. He does more for like the Latin community in Miami, but like what kind of stuff do you shoot? Like do you shoot crazy like gangster videos?
Nah, I try and stay away from those.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I like anything indoor and AC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I try to avoid doing anything fitness related because I got my start in fitness videos.
Oh, really?
But I've done fitness videos for so long, I'm just burnt out of them. So I'll do anything indoors and AC if possible. But yeah, I've done a lot of podcasts for people, like I mentioned. I've done some music videos. Lately, we've been doing a few quinceañeras with a friend of mine. He's real big in that community. So whenever he needs help, he'll call us out to go and help him with that.
Shoot. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Snoop Dogg, I've heard some really good stories about him. Like I've heard that he's actually like a pretty cool dude.
He's a cool guy, but we must have caught him at the wrong time. Let's just put it like that. It was a great experience. It was crazy to be on stage with them, just seeing all the audience out there. But overall, it was like it must have been a bad day. Really? I still like his music and all that. Right. Yeah, but I did get to film his concert and his birthday for him, so it wasn't too bad.
Right. Nice. How was that? Like, what was that like?
It was it was different. It was crazy because you're there, you're seeing like all these celebrities there too. It's just not something you would expect to how do I say this? It was just very surreal moment. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it.
You're just like, whoa. Yeah. I've been around a lot of celebrities, and it's just like one of those deals where, you kind of like see somebody that you've seen a whole bunch of, and then you meet them in life, and then it's just like, it's kind of like seeing your favorite band, like you go see your favorite band and then you see them real in life, and then you like have to make a judgment call whether you like them anymore or not. Yeah. Kind of like that.
Yeah. But, Waka Flocka, I was never a fan of him before. I didn't really care for his music, but when we filmed him, he's just a real down to earth, super chill, like nerdy dude.
Really?
And he's like, he carries a Pokemon card with him at all times. It's like, I did not expect this from him. Just super down to earth. And because of that experience, I'm now a fan of him.
Wow. I heard that about Kirk Hammett of Metallica. Like, he's really into like all that kind of like geeky stuff. Like, I don't really know that much about this stuff. I mean, I sell it on Amazon, but that's about it. Yeah. But like, he's really into like that kind of stuff.
Okay. So since you've been around a lot of celebrities, who's been your favorite?
I don't really have a favorite. Like, I follow a lot of people and a lot of people have great stories, but I haven't really met like enough of them that I have great stories that like I'm just like I have a feel for it. I mean, just so many stories like that. That's what I'm really into is like their story, how they came, and how they made it.
You haven't fangirled over anyone yet?
No, not really. There's just a lot of people I want to meet, and then a lot of people like I hope when I do meet them they don't like disappoint. You know, so
it's kind of a sad story, but we were supposed to film DMX the day before he passed away.
What?
It's like, oh man, like it's so sad. It's like, this is someone I've always wanted to meet. I grew up playing Def Jam Fight for New York, and he was one of the characters on there. He's the only character I've ever picked and always played as him. Like, I never tried anyone else. So,
wow.
Yeah, and I have I still have the game with me. I always forget to do it, but I want to bring it with me and have everyone sign it.
That'd be cool. Yeah, absolutely. Tell me about like just some wild, crazy story that you've like been a part of or you've seen involving like a celeb.
That's really it. Just the shark. I don't have any crazy. One? I don't really have any crazy celebrity stories yet. Besides being in Austin, and I mean, I don't want to say who, but one of them offered a joint to one of my clients. But I mean, that was it.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally, I just go in, film, and then we just kind of take off.
That's cool. What other kind of stuff do you do? I know you do video production.
We do a lot of social media management.
Okay.
So one of my clients is Slappy's car wash out there in Fort Worth. So we'll go out there, we'll film all the content, we'll edit it up and just put it out there for them, kind of help build up their presence. So that's something that I've kind of been known for is when I was originally doing fitness videos, the channel just blew up. It went from 0 to 700,000 within a year. And people kind of knew me as the behind the scenes guy of it. It's like, well, dang, hey, if you help that channel, can you help my channel? And that's kind of how I got my start. People just kind of knew me from the whole social media, YouTube stuff. And I helped many other channels, like several 20,000s. The chiropractor we're talking about, his TikTok is up to 100,000 now. And it's just, that's kind of like what people get a hold of me for. So whenever they're ready to grow it, I'm like, hey, can you help me? Yeah, let's sit down, figure out what we can do and just go from there.
I run into a lot of people like at the gym trying to do like their own shots and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll have like the tripod and it'll always be, like teach their own. Like I'm not throwing shade on nobody, but it's really not my thing. Like I go to the gym to work out and go home. Like that's about it. In terms of like how you grew that channel, like can you give any sort of like maybe like a nugget or two without giving the secret sauce?
Yeah. In my opinion, everyone has their own opinions. I believe it really comes down to the SEO work. If you're not tagging it right, if you're not having the right descriptions, the video tags, and putting out enough content. So the SEO and being consistent with it. You know very well that if you're not releasing at least 3 times a week, like no one's going to find you. The goal is to be in people's faces. that's either, well, nowadays, like dropping a lot of shorts or just like have scheduled post times. So if you post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at, I don't know, 10 a.m. or something like that, people will grow accustomed like, well, hey, this channel has a new video at this time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let me schedule that time in my schedule to go and watch it with them.
Nice. Like a TV show.
Yeah, that's how I've always pictured YouTube, is just TV shows.
Mm-hmm. I think TikTok, even though I'm not on it, I was on it for a little bit. Like, I think TikTok and just the people that watch TikTok, like my girlfriend watched TikToks all the time. Like, what do you think about TikTok? Where do you think it's going to go? And like, do you think it's like worth jumping on to the TikTok bandwagon? Because I know they changed a little bit. I know they're going through their own little like TikTok issues and stuff like that. And some people have left. And it's not quite what it used to be. Like, what are you kind of seeing with TikTok?
Personally, I hate TikTok. In the best way I can say this is it's just another platform that I have to do something to. Like, there's already YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. It's just another platform I have to work on. But it's great for what it is. You can grow it very easily. If you're brand new to social media and you want to build a big name for yourself, throw out a video and you can get 100,000 views fairly easy. We were working on, this is one reason I kind of like hate TikTok right now, is that we're working on a Pee Wee baseball game. My wife, she films and edits all their content, and it was barely starting to take off. Like, we had almost 500,000 views on one video. Then the next video was 300,000. They were just like exploding. But now we got cut. We got banned, and we have no idea why. At least with YouTube, it kind of tells you, hey, you violated this term or something like that.
Strike.
But it just straight up banned. It's like, wow. So now we got to start over. But it's a learning process. That's what I don't like about it so far.
Yeah, I think the thing I don't like about TikTok is like there's a lot of misinformation. It'll be like, yeah, like I really like the color black because black is the new whatever. And everybody's like, oh, it's the new thing. And like everybody starts wearing black and it's like completely wrong. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I run into that kind of stuff and it's just really sad that stuff gets played out. And then people watch it and they're like, oh, that's what it is. Right. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about kind of where the company is going, like kind of what you're looking to do and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So very recently, my wife was able to quit her job and come work with me full time now.
That's awesome.
So now she's here in the audience and she's going to film some behind the scenes and do all that. But anytime that I need to go out and film anything, she'll be there as my main assistant, but you know, like my other half.
Right.
So we're going to go out there, film a lot of stuff. But that's kind of like where we're heading right now, is to market more so we can bring on more projects. Now that she's here with me, we're able to film more, edit more, maybe outsource some work if we need to, and just see how big we can really get it. A silent goal that we have is to hit 500,000 by end of the year. I don't think it'll happen, but speaking it out loud, at least, you know, it's kind of out there. Like, this is our main goal that we want to hit.
Right. That's good. If somebody wanted to find you, wanted to book something with you, where they go?
They can go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anything. Just look up Swole Nerd Productions, SWOLE Nerd, NERD, Productions with an S at the end. And that can be on all social media platforms.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in, Vincent.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.